What's up, guys? It's Amanda here from AmandaMock.com, where I help small to medium-sized business owners and entrepreneurs be rock stars. Do you want to be a rock star? I'm a rock star. Oh yeah. So it's Thanksgiving week, and the holidays are coming, and they're quickly passing. And this is the time of year that I do my goal planning for both of my businesses and for my clients. And this is honestly one of my favorite times of year, not just because of family and communities and stuff like that, but because of all the things I get to do for my clients. Because we basically get to do our goal planning and figuring out how they're going to do all the wonderful things they want to do over the next year. And one thing that I've noticed, and that it kind of boils back to, and it's interesting that it always happens around this time of year, is it comes back to community and connections. Our big goal plannings always come back to that. And it's interesting because the holidays are about community and connections, right? And what I've found, based off of my research of just following tons of really successful people through my own personal mentorship and learning process and guiding my businesses and through guiding other people's businesses, is you have to have communities and you have to have mentorship. And I've noticed that there are 6 different types of communities and or mentorship that you have to have. And if you're lacking in any of them, you're holding back your business from really truly explosive and stable growth. You have to have all 6. And I'm going to share with you what all 6 are. But before I do, I really want you guys to understand that these aren't virtual relationships. These aren't just Facebook groups. These aren't LinkedIn groups. These aren't webinars that you participate in or forums. These are physical people that you meet up with in your area that you can talk to. Now, sometimes there are virtual elements to it, but you have to have that real personal touch. Either that or there's something one-to-one going on. Now, there's 4 different types of communities and 2 different types of, for lack of a better word, I'll call them mentorship, that you need if you're going to succeed in any way, shape, or form. And if you're not in these groups and you cannot find a group for it, you have to create it for yourself. Bottom line, if you don't, you're going to probably still have the same kind of struggles and issues that you're already having. Now, the first type of community that you need is a community of your professional peers. That means people who are in the same type of business that you are. Those are, for example, if you're a business coach like I am, that means you connect with other business coach or mentors. Even if they work differently than you do, you all are going to have the same types of struggles. You're all going to have insights on different types of softwares and systems and processes that you can use. And best of all, you're not going to be able to assist each other's clients in the same way. So when you run into somebody who maybe needs help similar to yours, just not your help, you'll be able to have an extended network that you can refer them out to, which makes you an important person to that client, even if you send them to someone else, right? So you have to have that group of professional peers, people who are in the same business that you are, they're having the exact same kind of struggles that you are. Then you need an exclusive networking group. That's kind of like a BNI. I'm personally part of a BNI and I love it. It's great. Now, if you don't know what BNI is, it's called Business Networkers International, and it's not the only type of exclusive networking group there is. I say reach out to your local community and find the one that's best for you. But the concept of an exclusive networking group or referral exchange group is that they take an individual from one field, so there's never anybody conflicting. So if I join as a business coach, there's no other business coaches, and you all take a time once a week for a couple hours and you get to know each other's businesses more in depth and you exchange referrals. And it's great because as business owners, you all meet people that have needs that you can't exactly service, and you get to service people more by fulfilling those needs. So even though I'm a business coach, through my direct referral group, I have access to web developers and social media people, to plumbers, to all kinds of people. And that positions me better as a business expert. Even better, I get referrals through the group. So you have to have that exclusive networking or referral group. Then you also have to have a group of professionals. Now, this isn't the same as your professional peers, people who are in the same field as you. This is totally different. It's a group of professionals shooting for a similar goal. That could mean that you're all looking to grow your email list, maybe it's the amount of YouTube subscribers that you have, or maybe it's the type of revenue. For example, my gold coaching clients, I include a gold level mastermind, right? So I meet one-on-one with my clients every other week, and I try to as frequently as we can, even though we're all over the globe, we at least try to do it digitally. We get together and we just mastermind. We talk about each other's issues and how other people are solving them and things along those lines. And by having a community to discuss it in, of people shooting towards the same goal, even though they have different professions, they all bring really interesting things to the table that can help each other in different ways. I've seen somebody who just exclusively does cartoon drawings bring information to the table that help a bookkeeper grow their business. I mean, that's just insane. You'd never expect that. But unless you are part of an more diverse group that were shooting towards a specific goal, like increasing revenue, for example, that connection never would have happened, because they probably wouldn't have been in the same networking group, and exclusive networking group, and they definitely wouldn't have been in the same professional peer group, because they're not in the same field. So you gotta have those three. Then lastly, you have to have a good social circle. Now, you might build your own great, fantastic social circle from the other three groups, but you still might have a large group or core of friends that are kind of dragging you down. Now, this one's really hard for people because it's all about the personal connections that they have. Those best friends they've had since high school, or the old college roommates that really aren't contributing anything to their lives. And it sounds cold-hearted and not very kind, but the longer you have them in your life, the more you're dealing with them, the more they're going to drag you down. And it's a hard thing to do, but as I say, birds of a feather flock together. If you want to be up with the big boys, if you want to be that successful person that's getting lots of stuff done, that's making money, but also has time for their friends and family, you need to associate yourself with those people. You can't keep associating yourself with your friend Bob, who has been working on his bachelor's for 8 years and is still working at the movie theater. It might be mean to say to Bob, and maybe you don't want to say it that way to him. Maybe you just want to tell him that you're focusing on your career. But if you stay connected with Bob, you're going to stay on the same level as Bob, at least for the most part. So you got to have that social circle of people that will actually help pull or push you forward, and that you can help pull and push forward. That you guys have the same personal priorities, not just professionally, but lifestyle-wise, because it's also lifestyle. You're achieving whatever professional goals you have because you want a different lifestyle. So you want to have people that want that lifestyle as well, and that are actively pursuing it. So that's kind of a harsh one, especially in a sense of community. But you got to think, how are the people around me affecting me, even in my personal life? Now, you also need two types of, like I said, mentorship. It's for lack of a better word. One is more direct and really does mean mentorship. If you want fast success and you want to get there quickly, you got to get a business coach. I don't care what field you're in, you need a business coach. Now, you have to figure out what kind of business coach is right for you, and I'll post another video about picking the right business coach, because there's a lot of different things to do out there. But you got to pick a business coach that's right for you, and if you want fast acting success, you have to invest in yourself. It's just the bottom line. It's almost as if you're going back to school, right? Even if you've gone to business school and you've learned it all, you gain input from your mentor, from your teacher, whoever it is that's working with you. Whether it be that you're increasing revenue, maybe you need to increase productivity, maybe you need to lower your overhead, maybe you need to sell more homes because you're a real estate agent. I don't care, whatever it is you need to do, you need to find a coach that'll push you forward to accomplish that. Otherwise, it's going to take a lot longer, you're going to learn a lot more painful lessons, and you're going to dwarf your success. It's just the honest truth. Then, on the flip side of that, you need emotional mentorship and support. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to go and hire a shrink. It could be as simple as a spouse or a best friend, but you have to have somebody take care of that emotional side. Now, you need to take care of yourself in the end. Just as you would within all these groups, you have your own personal responsibility to yourself, just as you do with your emotional self. But just like you do with your business, how you can't stay in your office or stay online all the time and expect to get clients or get acknowledgement or to grow, especially within your community, you can't do that emotionally. You cannot gain emotional growth by sitting in your own little head talking yourself through things. You need to have other people, other human beings, and not just a shrink, people who you connect with on a personal level, be there for you, to bounce ideas off of, to grow emotionally in a mature way, which kind of ties back to the community of peers that you have. If you don't have a community of personal peers that you can connect with on that emotional level, you probably don't have the right community of friends, and that might be one reason why you're not growing, right? So that's it. Those are the 6 groups that you need. Write them down, figure it out, see how you can gain those. If you can't find them locally, how you can create them. What it would mean for you in your business if you were to find those groups. Sit down and really think about it. Once you start to emotionally and intellectually understand why these different types of communities and connections are important to you, it becomes more of a priority to actually reach out and achieve them. And I can guarantee you, if you're lacking in any one of those areas, you're probably not having the level of success that you should. So that's my tip for you this week. Get your 6 types of community. Get the types of connections that you need. Get the support that you need. Get the mentorship and the hand-holding that everybody needs. Everyone needs it. Don't pretend that you don't, because you're just egotistical then. As for me, my name is Amanda Mock. If you found this video informational or helpful, you can always give us a quick like and share it on Facebook so you can share it with other people you think might benefit from it. Also, if you'd like to get more updates on this and our soon upcoming Book a Week reviews, where we talk about different motivational books and business books that can help you out, then you definitely want to become a member of our newsletter at amandamock.com. Just go to the website, type in your name and email address, and you'll go straight into it. You'll even get access to an hour and a half of free training that talks about the 5 basics that every business needs to even function and to hit goals. So if those things that sound informative and helpful, go ahead and go to amandamock.com, fill out the form, hit us up. If you have any comments that you would like to make about the types of communities or connections or mentorship, whether you think it's important, whether you think it's silly, whether you don't understand, share them below. Start a conversation. Let's get people talking and figuring out where we all stand. As for me, this is Amanda Mock, and I hope you guys look like the rock stars you are.